Hello, my name is Emma Goddard and you can find me at coastalcrafter.com. This is my first YouTube live. I regularly do Facebook lives and I thought I would hop on over and try out a YouTube live this evening. So I'm not sure if anyone is going to know I'm here. I've posted it in my page, so hopefully a few people will join. This evening I am going to share a card that I had on my blog today for the Global Design Project Challenge. It's a lovely Heather. I know, this is different, isn't it? I thought, not sure how this is going to go, but we'll see. So I can't see, I've got YouTube open here and I can't figure out how to see comments or anything, but all a learning curve, isn't it? So we shall see. Oh look, I think I found it with the comments. So this is the card that I shared on my blog, which has received some really lovely comments. So thank you for those. I had the Whale of the Time stuff out yesterday on my Sunday Facebook Live. And this is just another example. I was going to recreate this and then create a variation with the press-on stamp set. So let's turn the camera around and then we can start making. All the buttons are all in different places. Hang on, let me figure this out. Shouldn't be too dissimilar, but there we go. I've managed to, I've got very low power, which wasn't the best of planning on my part. So let me just pop my cable in so we don't run out part way through. Good evening. So the first one I'm going to make is just a recreation of this one, and so I can show you the watercolour background, and then I've got the bits and pieces pre-cut, so we've got them to stick on, and then I thought we would do an variation of this. So I am using the shimmery white cardstock. You could use watercolour. You could use the fluid 100 watercolour paper. This shimmery just gives an extra sparkle to the background. So Liz says this is exciting. I know. I just thought, oh, I've managed to reach the 1,000 subscribers, which was very exciting. And my whole goal with that was to be able to share some YouTube lives, and I hadn't yet, so I thought, well, let's just give it a go. So I love the water painting. So this has already got a bit of greens and blues from where I'd made this card. So we're doing it in sections. This first colour is the shaded spruce. So it's quite a dark green. And we're just putting the colours on there. We can add the darker sort of patches as well. And then we can give that a clean. Just squeeze that out into a towel just so that comes off. And then, isn't it a gorgeous set? And the papers just all by themselves give you these cute turtles and the whales. And yeah, really lovely. Give that another squeeze. So I'll just give that a squeeze. This is then the Just Jade. So kind of keeping these a little bit separate so the colours don't completely run together. And if you really, really wanted to keep them separate, then you would dry kind of each patch as you go. So I might just give that a heat. Yes, it is on sale until the end of the month. So if you need this paper or you need to stock up, it's currently on sale, which is even better. Sorry, this is a bit noisy. So some of that I can let dry naturally, but I just want that edge to be dry so that when I add the pretty peacock, it doesn't all run together. And then we'll do the peacock colour. Again, I've got green left on the brush, but the jade, but that will soon get saturated by the pretty peacock, which is just such a lovely colour. So there we go. We've got our watercolour patches on the background, and then we do want that properly dried. So while that is drying, I'm going to cut out some of the turtles and the whale from the papers. So I've already pre-cut some of these. So this is out of the papers, and it's the seaweed dye, this one from the smooth sailing, and I cut out the wheel as well. I cut it in the wooden papers, but you could use soft suede or early espresso, just a plain cardstock. And that one is the granny apple green, but it's from the papers as well. And then we'll grab these. I was chopping into these last night. A little one. And then the whale. That was so funny, Liz, wasn't it? Liz says the heat gun makes me remember there was a moment when we went to the demo event at On Stage, and there was a sort of a demonstration with a pretend heat gun. It was very funny. If you were there, you'll remember. That's funny. Right, let's cut these out. So this whale will fit into the punch. So the smaller ones won't, but this larger whale will. And they're so relaxing to fussy cut, it really is. I could sit and cut out all of these papers. And that's one. Got our baby turtle, so cute. And then the bigger turtle in a minute. Hi Chris. I'm glad a few of you are able to join. Thank you for joining me live. This is exciting. Something a little different. I think you might mix it up a little bit. So do some of these lives as well as the Hazel says after seeing yours, you see the paper is just, it's got to be done, hasn't it? It's gorgeous. So I've got that one. It's there's so many beautiful papers in that pack. You'll get plenty, and especially as you live by the coast as well, Hazel, it's a perfect theme, isn't it? So if we cut this out, oh, and it's so fun to watch her live. Oh, I'm glad you were able to see it live. And it's like, it's a Monday evening, so very unusual for me because it's school holidays here, and I've got time off from work this week as well. So it's like an extra, you know, just extra relaxed. It's like an extra Sunday Facebook Live for me. Nice. So, no, we don't have Wales in right. No, we don't. This is true. Right, that is going to need a little bit of heating because it's still a little bit wet. So I am going to heat emboss the hello on the peacock and at the same time just finish drying that background. So I'm using the Pretty Peacock card. Oh, that's rather a large piece. That's probably a spare card base from something. Use more of a scrap piece. I received so many lovely comments about this card. I thought it would be really nice to jump on. So thank you for the lovely, lovely comments. It was encased from, so the Global Design Project Challenge this week. There's a new challenge out today. And it was to case Steffi. And she had done one with the cocktail glasses from the, you know, the one with the coffee and the chocolate and the, I can't think what it's called, but that set. She'd done one with that and I had cased her layout. So it's thanks to her that I had done this layout. Let's get... Nothing's better than. That's it. That's the one. Thank you, Joanna. I was trying to multitask. I was trying to look at my shelf of stamp sets and heat emboss. I'm glad someone had said, yeah, it's a great set, that. So that's just white embossing powder. So we'll heat this, so it's going to be a bit noisy. And that will... And then when we've got that out, we'll just dry this up to make sure that it's properly dry. Ah, Lynn, hello. Didn't see you sneak in there. Okay. Ah, yay! Bridget's just worked out how to comment on the lives. I've just figured out how to do a live, Bridget. So, you know, every day's a learning. Every day's a school day, as they say. Learning something new. Right. The splatters are from the Wales set. So there is these little splatters in there. Oh yeah, I was painting my nails today. Do you like them? They're cool, aren't they? And we've done fun family things as well. So we've had a lovely afternoon out and time to paint my nails and do a live. And it's only day one of the holidays. Right, so I'm matching in. So this is the Pretty Peacock. I'm matching in the Pretty Peacock ink with the background. So we're just going to do these splatters. And then we'll give that a clean and then do the same going along. So this is just jade. And do some in different places, and then shaded spruce. And we'll go further up those. So I've just got extra texture on the background with those little splotches. And then we can just layer on the bits and bobs that we've got. I did stamp some extra seaweed. I might just do that as well. Let's do, just grabbing some plain Whisper White. And we will do just jade. This is such a lovely colour. So you could go stamped off to have lighter and dark, or you could do two at full strength. And the whale done comes with a coordinating punch, so the whale will cut out and there's a punch that goes with that, but there isn't a die or a punch that cuts this seaweed out, so I have cut this out. But if fussy cutting is not for you, then as I say, that is from the smooth sailing dies, and pairs up really nicely. So I've just cut a couple of these out. I was going to cut more, and then it came to mind that the smooth sailing dies had the seaweed in it. And I thought actually I could grab some of them with the designer paper, and that would save me a whole load of cutting. So yeah, I love finding a nail polish. I don't wear it very often. I buy it more than I actually use it. And then I find I've got 2 or 3 of the same colour because I think, oh, that's a pretty colour. And I buy it months apart and then realise that I've already bought that one because I already thought it was a pretty colour months ago. Yes, I do like finding colours that kind of coordinate with our Stampin' Up colours. But yeah, I don't really get round to wearing it very often. As I'm doing the shopping or what have you, one sometimes falls into the basket. I think, oh, that's a pretty colour. And then, yeah. Emma says this is definitely me. Yes. I'm glad it's not just me. Oh, what would be my top pick for a polish? So probably actually Pretty Peacock. I think Pretty Peacock or don't know, Magenta Madness maybe. A summer, that would be my summer pick. Although I would be I'd love a bumblebee nail polish as well. I do quite like a yellow. So, right, let's stick these on. So, with this, we're just going to, yeah, I do love a magenta madness. Maybe is that a toe colour? Don't know. Right, let's snip some of these apart. And so I've kind of popped that together down the bottom. Yeah, see, Bridget says yellow matches my kitchen. I know, I do love a yellow. If I ever see like planners and things like that, I'm always drawn to a yellow colour. I do love a yellow. Oh yes, Butterscotch by Barriette, yes. Oh yeah, see, Lynn says gorgeous grape and blackberry bliss. See, that's a good shout. Maybe my Christmas colours and blackberry bliss, like winter colours. Right, that is the turtle going across there, and then we'll have some of this seaweed in the middle. See, I might have said like blueberry bushel as a retired colour as well. Quite like a bright blue. And let's put going across there. And then I've got all of these at the end panel here. I'm only putting a touch of glue. Oh yes, grey granite. That, see, how did I forget that could have been top pick, grey granite for sure. Smoky slate or grey granite. Yeah. I think we should just request all Stampin' Up colours. We could just have nail varnish families, couldn't we? We could have a selection of bright nail varnishes. That would be cool. Joanne says she's got Pacific Point on at the moment. Oh, lovely. Right, let's put that on there. List and lipsticks. Oh, weirdest lipstick colour and a Stampin' Up colour. Early espresso. Bumblebee would look a little odd as well, wouldn't it? I can definitely see the reds though, the reds and pinks for sure. Granny apple green lippy. Alright, let's pop this one on here with the dimensional. There's a good shot. Colour lifter. Hazel says she likes a clear varnish, so colour lifter for her. Right, he's going that way. He or she. And then the hello down the bottom. I'm just going to use the edges to pop that on rather than using those. And I'll just go on there. And then I'm going to pop that onto a Pretty Peacock card base. And then we'll finish that card with some sequins. And the sequins are the ones that are in the Whale of a Time suite that I've used. They are... Whale of a Time sequins. I thought they were going to have some kind of they've got little pink shells in, like iridescent shells as well. those pretty. Pretty peacock card base has just been scored in half, but I've done the length of the cardstock, so we've got it going that way round so that the card doesn't drop. So that's going to go on there. And a slight buckling on that paper, which is why I've kind of put a reasonable amount of the glue. Or you could use tape. You could use the Seal or the Seal Plus. So just making sure that is properly down on that background. And by putting it onto the card, it really just pulls that into place. So we've got that on the front, and then we'll just finish up with some sequins. So I tend to like to put the Hazel said, glad you did that to work tomorrow. I like to put the glue on where I'm going to put the sequins, so I can just put a small touch of the glue and then drop the sequins onto where the glue is. So that's kind of how I like to put those on. And that small touch of glue is more than enough to hold those. You just got to kind of let them dry. There we go. That's got some sparkle to it. So I love the layout. So that was all thanks to Steffi. And so if you want to have a go at this layout and you make a card, feel free to share it with the Global Design Project blog or the hashtag GDP264 is the challenge number. So that's that one. And then I thought, where are we at for time? So just before 9, I thought I'd make an alternative. Exactly the same kind of layout, same technique, but using the press-on stamp set. And I had pulled out, so I was going to use this one. I have pulled out these papers. Oh, I'm rubbish with names, but the texture taste, someone's going to say it before I find it. The pretty papers. The playing with patterns paper. See, I think Joanne beat me to it. Playing with patterns paper. So I'm going to use, I was oohing and erring over different kind of colour combinations, but I actually thought I was going to use these stripes. So let's stamp these. So I'm going to use the coffee cup. That's the one. And the memento. And I want to get this section onto the striped area. And I'm picking out the blue, the Coastal Cabana and the Bumblebee. And then we want 3 of the whole cup. just in the white, and I might give that a little bit of a colour, so we could use the blends. That's the grey granite. I really would like the smoky slate, light smoky slate, light smoky slate, dark smoky slate. There we go. Just to give this a little bit of shading, let's move them out of the way. Joanne says, I've got these but haven't played with them much yet. Is that you've got the papers or the stamp set? Both are fab. I'm just going to add a touch of shading and then blend that out with the light. Can you see that okay? I'm hoping you can. See, I say shading, I've ended up with a grey cup. I've got a couple of bits on my blog and Instagram with the papers, not loads though. I did some a while ago with the So Much Love stamp set and kind of paired it up with these papers. See if I can add more shading than grey. The colour lifter is great for blending out if you don't want full on with the lighter colours. Blend that, and then we'll get the colour lifter and blend that out with the colour lifter. We'll just take those edges and blend. This colour lifter is a bit of a hidden gem. It's great if you go outside the lines, but if you want to blend down your lightest colour blend, this is perfect for doing that. You see how they've just blurred out those edges? There we go. So we've got 3 coffee cups and we're going to cut out these belly bands. So I've got the stripes from these paper. That's 1. Some lovely colours in these papers. I've still got a good chunk of Christmas cards still to make that I want to make. But I do like to sort of mix and match it a little bit and not just be full on Christmas, because otherwise you get a bit all Christmased out. And I know we are quickly heading into November, but we're not quite in November. And it's nice still to do other stuff that's not Christmas, isn't it? Right, that is our 3 belly bands. We're going to cut these cups out as well. Wowzers. So Hazel says, finished mine today, all 94 of them. You have been busy. You're going to start on next year's now. Wowzers, wowzers. And so that's 1. I'm going for 3 because we've got kind of the 3 panels of watercolour. So we'll stack these together in the centre of the card, plus odd numbers is generally good. So these are nice and simple to cut out this shape as well, isn't it? You could do all sorts of fun things with this cup, couldn't you? You could have lots of fun colouring. The fancy folds for mass production. Yeah, fancy folds sometimes aren't the best for mass production, but you know, it's there for special people. Right, let's do... I'm going to pop these on dimensionals just to give these a bit of a lift. So if I put those on, got 1, 2, they look cool, 3, and then we'll do our watercoloured background. So again, still using the shimmery white and the piece that I cut before. So we've got shimmery white, and I am going to just follow those colours. So I'm taking inspiration from the papers. How the yellow is going to mix with the blue and the Coastal Cabana, I'm not entirely sure, but it should be okay, as long as we don't as long as I let it dry between sort of sections. And so we've got, oh, still got a bit of green in that, never mind. So this is going to be the Night of Navy. And I might just dry that actually, just so that they don't run together too much. And give the brush a bit of a squeeze through. And I'm putting water on first, and then can you see, hopefully you can see that on the screen. And then this is the Coastal Cabana. So let's pop that on, and just going to get my ink refill and add a touch more darker patches. I love it when the ink goes into the water. It's so therapeutic to watch that run. They're mixing a little, but that's okay, that's what I want. And then we'll give that a little dry. It's not loads and loads of water. Oh yeah, like the front steppy card. They're fun to make, aren't they? Oh, me too. Sandy says, I love how watercolour looks unique and different. I think that's what I absolutely love about it. You'll never ever get 2 cards the same. So I'm just giving this brush, I'm just making sure that the blues have come out of it. So that we don't get a funny colour with the yellows. So we're going to go Bumblebee. But if you wanted yeah, that's okay against the Coastal Cabana, isn't it? I think the thing is, if you take the colours from the, if you're sort of stuck with colours, the colours from the designer papers are such a good place to start for inspiration. Right, let's dry that off. I've probably over-soaked that a little bit. It's okay. Drying up fine, and you've got the darker patches as well, which I love about the watercolouring. Okay, they're pretty together, aren't they? I like those. So what have we got? In the press on stamp set, we have got hearts and we've got coffee beans, which could be really good for a bit of background texture. So, oh, I haven't put my stickers on. I put my labels. Obviously got too excited with this stamp set and just started using it. I haven't put the labels on yet. That's one. I know, Sandy, yeah, I love all the variations. Me too. I love it. I could just make backgrounds and swoosh water around. I just love it. Absolutely. Like all these bits here, and so pretty, isn't it? Right, let's see if we can do just do a little tester. So we'll do, so rather than the splatters that we used from the Well Done set, we're changing it out for the coffee beans. And again, I'm just stamping in the same colours that we've watercoloured with. So that's Night of Navy. Then we'll stamp with Coastal Cabana. That's quite a lot lighter, but if you wanted a darker, you could always step it up to maybe Bermuda Bay, but you can still see it. And then Bumblebee. Happy with that. And then we can put our, I'm just going to check the size of that actually before I go. Yeah, I have cut that to card front. It's cool, isn't it? Bit different, bit different. So let's either completely straight line, which I think I quite like, or we could kind of do them like stacked or staggered, but I think I quite like them dead straight, but maybe on a dimensional. Let's start with that middle one. It's fun, isn't it, taking the paper colours and like getting your inspiration. Let me just glue that down to a card actually. Let's stick that onto navy, I think would look good. Let's do Night of Navy. Just pick out the darker. And I'll use the Seal Plus this time and just show you the difference. So we just pop that to one side. So Seal Plus. And going a little heavy with the Seal Plus, but it will stick it down flat. Let's see, let's get that one straight. There you go. So either multi-purpose glue or your tape will work equally well. Right, now we've got that background stuck on. Now we can do our coffee cups. That's one. And then one to either side. And line them up. Then we want a little sentiment on there, don't we? That's cool. What is in this set? So we've got All You Need Is Confidence and Lots of Coffee. I quite like that. I wonder if we could get that going across each of the cups. I wonder. Let me see. So if we stamp it 3 times. Let's see how this goes. I might have a scrapbook of navy that I can use rather than chomp into a whole piece. All my scrapbooks seem to be very big. So, oh no, there we go. So we've got that one, we've got Coastal Cabana and Bumblebee. Oh, that's also better. Right, shall we do first mark? So I'll do 1, 2, 3. Let's see, and we'll do these in white the same. cool because I can see it started streaming 49 minutes ago, so that is handy because it gives me a bit of a time check. 2, and then we'll heat these together. 3. And pop that out the way. Oh, that really comes up white, doesn't it? Like that. Okay, so I will then take the navy first. So we want... Oh, me too, Lynn. Lynn says, I love the magic of heat embossing. Me too. I so often have it on my cards. I love it. That will... All you need is... And I think if you're... Sandy says, I love seeing alternative sets on the same style design. I think if you are ever thinking, oh, I'm really stuck or I'm not sure where to start, casing a layout or a sketch or something that you've made before that you really love is such a great place to start. Because then you can just add different stamp sets and you'll kind of, hopefully it'll help your creative flow. And you're not having to think of the layout as such. You can just grab your different stamp sets. Oh, Glenda says hi from Australia. Hello. Right, lots of coffee. These are different height because of the different text, but I am absolutely okay with that. I think it adds to the look. And I'm just going to trim that a little bit closer to the text. And then that bit there. You could keep trimming on these, I think, but there we go. I'm going to glue them onto the card. That would make a nice good luck card, wouldn't it? Someone was tiny bit of glue in the middle, and then we'll just pop that flat onto there. I am a huge coffee fan, so this set was a must-have. Someone's $1 million, is it? Not, am I mistaken? Joyce Ferrico. It's a very cool set. I'm hoping I've pronounced that right. There we go. The colours all tied together. Would you want a bit of bling on that maybe? Maybe. I don't know. We got, what have we got? I've got the, wish I had some of those extras. I don't have any of, they would be perfect had I not used all my Bumblebee ones. Although Might get away with these. Got these ones. Got to always kind of muted. I've gone for the I stuck to my finger now. See if we can do some glossy. I think that'll be okay. Oh. Okay, I've got to have a bit of something on there. No twine. No, I've already stuck that down. No twine. I'll leave that as is. So, right, let me move that damp cloth out the way before I ruin my card. There you go. Now I've just got to figure out how to stop the YouTube live. There's that one. And then this one. So thank you so much for the lovely comments on this card. I hope you've enjoyed the alternative and just see how you can kind of swap that up for a different set. Same layout, inspired by Steffi's fabulous layout on the Global Design Project, but just different ways that you can use your stamp set. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you so much to those who joined me live. Thank you to those who are going to watch on the replay. Do leave a comment. You are welcome. So thanks for the bonus live today. You are welcome. I do love my twine. And I will see you for another Facebook Live at the weekend on Sunday. I'll see you then. Thanks everyone. Bye.